Hey y'all, it's VJ.
It's James.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo. Happy Monday, y'all, and happy Thanksgiving week.
Yes. I hope y'all are thankful for something.
What are you thankful for this year? Come on. Give it
this
to me.
show. So beautiful.
I thought you were gonna say you, Veronica.
I mean, you can include yourself in it if you want to. I mean, you're part of the show, so
why can't you just say I'm so thankful for my co-host VJ?
All right, our shot for the day.
No, but happy Thanksgiving. We hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving, and we got some good drinks for you for dinner on Thursday. Our shot is called the Cinnamon Roll.
Heck yeah, it is. So that drink has Fireball, a little cream soda, and it's supposed to have whipped cream, but we
left the whipped cream.
Things happen.
Yeah. And James has filled these shots to the brim
by accident.
So,
because we were rushing.
I forgot to pack it. All right. Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish we had.
Clink.
Can I tap my glass?
There you go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm sorry for the smacking, y'all. I don't know if that tastes like a cinnamon roll.
It's not giving cinnamon roll.
It's giving sweet Fireball.
Yeah. Like very sweet Fireball. Like a muted Fireball. Yeah. Almost.
Yeah. Maybe the whipped cream would have helped.
Added a little. I feel like we should have used the vanilla vodka. Just to add, we needed something to add that vanilla
flavor.
That a cinnamon roll, cinnamon rolls have vanilla in it. We needed that.
We probably did. I feel like the whipped cream would have
it would have taken it somewhere. Yeah. I just don't think it would have taken it to cinnamon roll though.
I highly doubt it would have as well.
You know what? I'll try it and I'll let you know.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Next up, we have our sip, which is a Sip and a Shot original. This is the pumpkin spice fizz.
Don't know that I want to claim it, but let's play the video.
All right, that was our pumpkin spice fizz that has pumpkin whiskey, lemon juice, a little bit of simple syrup, and also 3 spices: nutmeg, cinnamon, and allspice. And it's topped with Prosecco.
Yeah.
That's where the fizz comes in at.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Cheers.
Cheers. May the Lord be with us. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, but I'm not, super happy with it. I like it better without the Prosecco.
You do?
Yeah.
I like it better with the
Prosecco. Typically, we don't try the drinks before the show, but we did try this yesterday, minus the Prosecco.
Yeah, it was concerning. I was concerned.
She was concerned. I thought it tasted good. It tastes like a spiced whiskey.
I didn't taste the whiskey. All I tasted was sugar and spices. And I was like, I don't want to drink that.
I didn't taste the whiskey. All I tasted was the spices.
Yeah, and that's why I was like,
I tasted the whiskey and the spices. It didn't seem too sweet to me.
Oh.
But I feel like the Prosecco almost gives it like a apple cider, like a sparkling apple cider, versus the whiskey. I don't taste any whiskey at all.
Me either.
Which might not be a bad thing.
Yeah,
haven't figured that out yet.
The real thing is the recipe called for pumpkin puree.
Yeah.
And we were like, no thanks.
Mm-mm.
And here we are.
Maybe, remember when we made the drink with the jam? We found wild berry jam. Mm-hmm. Maybe the pumpkin smash would have given it that. Maybe the pumpkin smash would have, the puree would have given that kind of.
Yeah, it probably would have. It probably would have gave it a little something. It needs a little something.
It needs a little something. I'm not sure, but I liked it before the Prosecco, but it just tastes like a sparkling apple cider to me.
Yeah.
All right. Let us get into our topic for today.
Today's topic is girl code?
Or nah. Or nah.
Is that what it is?
So in my daily scrolling, I found this post that was about like girl codes. So as I was going through the post, I was like, oh, this will be, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this will be fun to talk about on the show. But then as I was reading it, I was like, do these girl codes still apply to us now? And do we understand why it may have applied to us before?
Yeah.
So
I feel like we Black, so yeah. I don't know that other groups do the same things.
You don't think so?
I know some of them don't.
Okay, we're going to go through it, and then you tell me if you think this is a universal girl code, if it still applies, or your favorite memory of it applying.
Okay. Show might take a left, guys.
Okay, girl code number 1.
Yes.
We arrive together, we leave together. No, you're not leaving with some random dude. And no, I'm not leaving you at a party by yourself.
I feel like that is still somewhat accurate.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. What part?
All of it. Because you know what? The chances of us genuinely, you deciding in the bar or the club or the party that you want to stay by yourself or that you want to go home with some random person, that's slim. Chances are we talked about it before we got there. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a...
So wait, you're prepared for one of us to, like, decide to leave?
Right. That's normally how it goes. Like, if we're going out, chances are, and say you're like, y'all, I'm really just trying to meet somebody, and I think I'm going to just do my own thing.
Okay.
That would have already been discussed.
I remember doing that.
Yeah, a few drinks in already, and be like, okay, y'all, I'm going to go with this random man that I just met. It's like, yeah, I got your location, but we're going to have a good talk about it.
Okay, are you talking about then, or are you talking about now?
Now.
I disagree for now.
You disagree for now?
I disagree for now. If you and I went out and we did not have a conversation about wanting to leave with somebody, want to meet someone, and you say, hey, V, and this nice gentleman sits next to you, y'all hit it off in a certain kind of hit it off way. And you're like, hey, VJ, I'm about to set my evening up with this man. I'll be like, all right, location on. Bye.
That's
as I would expect for you to do to me.
I think that's because we've had multiple conversations
what do you
about
mean?
Mindset going out.
I know what you mean.
Okay. It's very early in the episode, so I'm just gonna let her slide on things, and then the end of the episode.
No. What do you mean? Are you talking about when you're like, Veronica, you need to be outside more? That part or a different part?
Just in general, you know what friends are actually gonna, like, they're the type of people that's like, oh, I'm gonna meet somebody and go and I'll be fine. Okay. Or you have the friends that are not like that. That's what I'm saying. It's like if Britt was to say, oh, I'm just gonna stay at the party by myself.
Okay. We're talking about, I feel like we're talking about two different things. Staying at a party by yourself versus taking a man home.
I'm gonna leave with a man. What is going on?
At this point, I'm gonna say, go ahead.
I bet. I bet there's also the difference between us is I watch crime shows.
Oh yeah,
she
I don't.
Not.
I live, and this is, Woo and T were over this weekend. They were like, she lives in like Disney World, and I do.
You do.
I do, but I'm also very. Shut up.
You very much
up.
do.
I'm also very like, I can be non-Disney World and leave.
And I'm like, you can leave. You better figure out the license plate. I need to get a picture.
All that information.
Yes, crazy Black people disappear all the time.
That's true. Okay, what about we go together, we leave together? I think we're at the age now. If you want to go home and I want to stay, it's okay.
Yeah. Like, if it's like I know the chances are I'm going to stay out later than you would.
Yeah. So, because James is good for a 4 a.m. night. At
I am.
11:30, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like
11:30 is generous. It's about 9:30. You're like, I'm normally
in bed,
winding my night down.
If by 10 I could be at home, I'd be happy.
No. I'd be happy too, but it's like if we're outside,
and I don't mind like being home with other people in my home, but like especially, and it's cold outside.
It's cold. Once the ball is rolling, we can keep it rolling.
Yeah, once the ball is rolling, I'm looking for the exit.
She's like, put me off.
Put me off. Like, I'm good.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it depends on your friendship. Like, I know you early night person.
Yes. Yes.
And you know I'm not an early night person.
Right.
So it
so we'll drive separately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, can we drive together? Can we not? You know what? I'm gonna take my own car.
Because if I remember, I forgot where we were supposed to be going, and I remember saying to myself like, "You need to drive yourself because James is not gonna go home. She's just not gonna go.
I'll leave when I'm ready."
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair. Do you remember your favorite "we go together, we leave together" moment from like our early years?
Go together, we leave together moment.
I feel like back then we. Oh, go ahead.
Yep. I mean, we did all leave together.
I feel like back then we all wanted to stay out we wanted to stay out the same amount of time.
Yeah. You know what? It's less of a we leave together, we stay together. It's you rode in this car, you're riding back in this car. You know what I mean? Well, we went to a chaos party
sometimes
back in 2012 or 13. Chaos is Kappa, Alpha, I guess.
You don't have to.
Omegas and Sigmas. You have to tell people because they might not. They don't know.
If they don't know, they don't. It doesn't.
Listen, we're trying to be inclusive.
Okay.
You gotta let.
Go ahead.
The black male fraternities.
Yes.
So a group party. I think it was University of Maryland that put it on, and we were getting ready. A lot had already happened. Let me preface that. People got smacked. People got dropped.
Oh, that was 2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah. Somebody looked like they were drunk on the way down there, driving.
VJ got in the car. Okay, I got in the car.
VJ got cursed out, if not almost cursed out. It happened.
I thought I was being helpful.
Yeah, we know you did. We know. I mean, I know. Other people, not so much. It did seem like a dicey decision at the moment.
Yeah,
but we're leaving, and we've all decided that we're going to go back to the Q's house.
You have just. I feel like I was listening to last week's show.
What?
And you just like letting it roll. Go ahead.
It's been 10 years.
Go ahead.
I didn't say what. I didn't.
Right. Just like blah 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 blah.
Because it wasn't like we were going. We all rode down there together. They got us into the party. We were all just friends. So it's like we're just going back. That's gonna be the after move, whatever. Because we went to McDonald's.
They got like 2 free meals.
We got 2 free meals.
Yeah.
It was a great night.
Yeah.
But when we were leaving,
it was. The girl got mad at the car in front of us, and she was like, "Y'all could go." We pulled. No, the car behind us. So she just gave us their food.
Yeah.
And they had
were like honking. They were being so rude. So we had a conversation with us, and then they drove off. She was like, "Y'all want their food?" Sure. We pulled up to the house after a good party night, driving 45 minutes down 95 and back with free food for everybody and orange juice galore and hash browns. It was a good time.
Go ahead, finish your story, Jay.
Anywho.
It's bringing back all these memories of what happened like inside the party. Go ahead.
I bet. That's why I left inside the party was inside the party. A lot had happened. But I think one of our friends was like, "Oh, I'm going to ride with the guys." And all of us are like, I mean, you could ride with us. Like you could get in the car. Do you remember that?
On the way back?
On the way back.
She did ride with them.
I know, but it was like the conversation. Like there was a lot of conversation
there was a lot of back
about
and forth. And the deal, I think the deal was one of them would ride back with us.
Yeah, because we had to make sure.
If anything happens to her,
we had one of them.
We
see what I mean? You gotta think smarter, not harder. Oh, you taking our friend? Great. that's fine.
If you want him
we're
back,
all
she
going
needs to be
this,
returned.
and I think that's how we ended up at the Q's place because we were like, all right, we got to get her somehow. Now we got one of yours, so I guess we got to drop him back off.
Like when I think about that, I don't think men work like that. Like they wouldn't have cared either way.
Mm-mm.
It would have been fine either way.
But I think we've had in college, it was very much a understanding that anything could happen.
Yeah. You
got to protect your friends.
I think our biggest thing was we had mom's number. And I remember everyone saying, if I have to call Terry, this is going to be a problem.
If she calling me tomorrow morning to ask her where you are, I need to have an answer.
Yeah.
She ain't going to be checking me looking for you. That's for sure.
I'm trying to think of my favorite memory of we go together, we leave together. I'm going to tell you my favorite memory of us not keeping that rule.
Okay. Shaking in my boots.
No. It was me. There was a big party Tiger Fest weekend, and for some reason, I decided to take shots of pink pink lemonade brunettes.
Ooh.
Me and my good girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I won't put her name out there, but she knows who she is. We went shot for shot.
That was the thing back then.
Yeah, that was the thing back then. We went shot for shot. Why? I don't know. And y'all ended up at probably the best party, and I was sleeping in the car the whole time. Yeah. And I would have been mad if y'all decided not to go
to the party
just because I was drunk.
Yeah.
I also have a good. Okay, this makes me really bad because this is like girl code. I remember we were at one party.
Is it going to come up in one of your girl codes later?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like it's on the list.
You think so? I don't think so.
If you get too drunk, we leaving?
No.
Because you said it yesterday.
If you get too drunk, we leaving?
That was like one of the girl codes.
I don't know. I'll read it. Okay, next girl code. I'll give that. I'll give that story at the end.
Okay.
I'll give the story at the end. It might come up. I don't know. It might come up. Okay. Code number 2. Both of us can't be too drunk. At least one of us needs to be alert and aware of our surroundings.
Accurate.
Today?
Yes.
Well, I think it's a little difficult because we don't get that drunk anymore. And I think if you're that drunk, we're at the age now, if you're that drunk, something's going on. Yeah, something's a little...
I mean, and the chances are somebody's going to be sober.
Yeah. But somebody's...
That's why I'm like, it's still accurate. Like, if
that was a learned lesson because me and my roommate, we used to get wasted together,
and
right?
then want to get in arguments with each other.
And we would get in arguments with each other. So then the rule was, okay, we would switch off nights.
Yeah.
Because I think we threatened to kick each other out the car before.
They have. Starting to pull the car over and just fight. You're just like, bro, y'all are not going to fight each other. Like, what is happening?
End up sleeping in the same bed the same night. Like, we were never serious. But we did have to learn that lesson.
Highly annoying.
Was it?
Yeah.
You were the sober one.
I was the sober one.
DD. It wasn't annoying. I think, and it will always be like, because one of us was talking too long or like too much.
Yeah. And they can be very opinionated.
It was.
And they stand their ground, especially when alcohol is involved. It doesn't matter if they right, wrong, indifferent. Yeah. They are not changing it. And one likes to instigate more than the other. So they was finna fight. And I would be like, all right, you're done. You know what? The benefit for you was what?
We let you get super drunk when you wanted to get drunk.
Yeah, because you had no choice. There was a lot of times.
There was like a good balance.
There was like, all right, y'all have had enough. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Because
she did get us home. She did get us home on many occasions. And we figured we got it together.
Yeah, it was fine. I sobered up quickly enough to be like, all right, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs food. We should all go home. No, you don't talk to that person. You can talk. Oh yeah, you can talk to them. Yeah, you can talk to them. Or keep your hands and feet in the vehicle at all times.
So now, I don't think anyone's getting too drunk now.
No, I mean, but it's still a good rule to like, we're all on a resort. Somebody
listen. Yeah, if we're all on a resort and something happens, we need to.
We ain't got men, child. Somebody got to be.
At this point, it don't even matter if you got a man.
Shoot, even spring break. That's how we got on them motorcycles. One reasonable person had to be available.
I think we were all reasonable. When we got on the back of the bikes, we weren't drinking.
We weren't drinking.
Yeah.
But Ty was following in that minivan like her life
that's
depended
Ty
on
had
it.
a man. She wasn't getting on the back of a man's bike when she had a man.
And she was like, I don't know what's going to happen if they all go different directions with all 4 of my friends.
Well, I know. Y'all was going to be short because Ty was coming after me. I mean, I know.
It was the car.
Ty was coming after me.
And there was no location services available back then.
There was no short. GPS. We would have been super short.
You know, decisions you make when you're young.
You want to do one more before we go to commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hit it.
Code number 3. If we have to go to the bathroom or outside, we all go to the bathroom or outside. We move as a unit. No. And I don't think that was ever a... What you say?
I said it's always at least one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're like, come here, girl.
It's a buddy system.
Yeah, but not a group thing.
Yeah.
No.
And it used to be a buddy system where it was like, all right, I'll go with you. Or if you want to walk around the party,
yeah,
take somebody with you so we at least can get you back.
I remember going around the party and telling y'all, like, listen, I am making my rounds. I will meet. And the deal was you have to be at this location in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're not at this location in 15 minutes, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be an argument.
If there's nobody, you got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You just can't be going off all willy-nilly.
But, like, when you're but now, like, no.
Now it's fine.
No. But back then, I understood it. And sometimes you needed, like, a little wing woman back then. Yeah. And also, then at times you didn't, because I knew where I was and what my goal was.
We were also all riding together.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, all right, everybody need to be back in the car.
Yeah. I think that's a good, I think as long as you know where everyone is, that's a good girl code to have.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not going to the bathroom with nobody. You know where the bathroom is. You know how to make your way back. Right. You'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to break. We have a few more. Ooh.
What?
I'll ask James if that story goes with it. We'll be right back. It's VJ.
It's James.
And this is a sip and a shot.
Unplugged In Radio Network. We'll be right back.
I go by slime. Yeah. I'm hella fine. Yeah. I got some niggas. Yeah. But they ain't mine. Yeah. Can't stop this pimping. Yeah. Cause I'm from Memphis. Yeah. I'm too player. You won't never catch me slipping. Yeah. Hey, I'm a Lisa. Yeah. I'm smoking. You got it going on. Who cares about what they did? Won't you come and you I can do that, baby. No matter what people say. You got it going on. Who cares about what they did? Shake your body to be with all the drives you crazy. Everywhere I go back home.
Hey y'all, it's VJ.
It's James.
And this is
A Sip and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo.
Our shot today was called the Cinnamon Roll Shooter. It had Fireball, cream soda, and whipped cream.
And it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Didn't really taste like a cinnamon roll, just like a muted Fireball.
Yeah.
We didn't have the whipped cream though, so
Jane believes that the whipped cream would have made a difference, but I disagree. But go ahead.
So annoying. Our sip for today is called the Pumpkin Spice Fizz. It had a little pumpkin whiskey, lemon juice, simple syrup, and some spices, cinnamon, allspice, and nutmeg. And then it was topped with a little Prosecco, and it's also, meh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Tastes like a super spiked sparkling apple cider.
Basically.
Yeah. So our topic today is called Girl Code. Or not.
Or not.
So we found some girl codes we're rolling through just to get our opinion on if we keep them, still use them, or if it's something that you needed when you were younger and no longer need. Okay, so girl code number 4, we don't accept drinks from strangers unless we're at the bar and watch the bartender pour it.
Accurate. Still.
Not accurate for me.
Once again, she doesn't watch crime shows or anything, and she lives in Disney World in her head.
Well, I'm thinking about, like, at a restaurant or something. Like, if I'm at a restaurant and the waitress brings over, I guess it's the bartender, she brings over a drink, and I don't see them make it.
But you're not, a random person coming up to you and handing you a drink is unacceptable. And I don't know if you saw this, but, like,
I've accepted drinks
from... This is what I mean. It's very hard sometimes to be your friend. Very hard.
I remember being at a bar, and granted, the guy and I had talked for a little bit,
and he walked away.
Well, I had my back to him. We were standing at the bar. I had my back to him, and he brought me a drink. He asked me if I wanted a drink. I said, yeah.
You're problematic.
Am I?
Yes.
I'm still here.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, very true.
I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
Y'all were talking. He offered you a drink.
Yeah.
And then, yes, I do still feel like you probably should have walked with him. But
well, no, we were at the bar. It was just like, a party where everyone's kind of standing, but we were at the bar. I was done talking to him though.
Okay.
And then he asked me if I wanted a drink after I turned around. I was like,
yeah, that's how you restart the conversation.
And then he handed you the drink, or you saw the bartender pour the drink.
Well, I saw him order the drink.
And that was just about it. It's way different from what you were actually talking about, from like a random dude walking up with a drink. Hey, how are you? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like I'm not drinking it.
And just because I like to be a responsible adult, and this is a show that could, go out to a bunch of different people.
Right.
Don't accept drinks from strangers. Always be mindful of your glass because
You
friends,
are so shady.
I'm
Duh,
not trying to
like-
be. You said it. I disagree.
Oh my God.
Be
duh.
careful, even though if you know somebody, because there's a bunch of people out there whose friends or people they thought were friends have put something in their drink and the night goes left.
That okay, very true.
And that's
accurate, fair. I get it.
You can't.
I get it.
It's a podcast, so you only get snips and clips of little
Of our
sound
lives.
bites.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. But yeah, I mean, not like super random, but I mean, I have turned my back. And I think, you know what it also is, when you're young and you're with a group, there is a level of your guard being down because you know you're
there's
with
like a false
a lot of
security.
people. Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know I'm with my friends and nothing is going to happen to me.
Yes.
So, like if I ain't got it, I know they got it kind of vibe, which is not safe, but it's a good like.
If you go be not safe, I guess it's a great place to start.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna live on the edge with great friends.
Basically.
So.
But I will say there was a video I saw today about this girl on TikTok who was annoyed that she got a drink for Ice Spice.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, I don't like." There's a video of it where she's like trying to hand the drink to Ice Spice. She's like, "Oh, I don't really drink. You can take the drink back." And she's like, "No, you can keep it, give it to a friend or whatever." And so she's like, "Oh, okay, thank you," and like turns around and puts the drink down. And the girl was mad that she didn't accept the drink. And everybody in the comments was like,
"She don't know you."
No, duh. Like even though you're a girl.
Yeah, I would never.
Okay, so you agree?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I agree to a certain level.
Okay.
If someone random walked up to me and be like, "Hey, I bought you this drink," no, I'm not gonna take it. But if I'm talking to somebody and they're like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah.
Watch your drinks. Because Quest has been out and he saw this girl on a date with out with a guy that she knew was her friend, and he put something in their drink, and him and Shanika said something to the bartender and to the girl, and she was
Are
like,
you serious?
Yeah, and the girl was like, he was a longtime friend, like a friend that she had known for a while.
That's so sad.
And she went to the bathroom, and Shanika got to go up to her and "Oh, da 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 da. Hey."
That is so sad. I know, and now they have those cup caps.
Yeah, there's cup caps. There's dip strips.
There's fingernail polish that can tell you if something's in your drink.
Yeah,
I think
Disney
what
World,
I wish
true crime.
people knew is if she wants to do something. There's a lot of girls who want to do something with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to drug them.
You don't have to force it.
You don't have to force it.
There's
a lot of girls that are just down.
I don't think there's any situation where you would have to force it.
Never. Unless, never force it. But the only thing I can think of adding is if there's a conversation. I see on TikTok, now
Some people
this
do
might be controversial.
that stuff.
But women putting that raw honey in for they
Men's
sneaky
drinks,
links
yeah.
in the Hennessy
Uh-huh.
and shaking it up and serving him a drink, that's inappropriate to me.
That is.
That's date rape.
Yes.
Now, if he said, "Hey, babe, pick up the raw honey, make
Drop
me a
it in
cocktail,"
drink. Yeah.
that's fine. Or if this is something that y'all have done before and there's been a conversation, but the people who just pop it in there, and I feel like I'm being a little prejudiced or stereotypical because I said Hennessy, but anyone who puts something in a drink and doesn't, man or female, and doesn't let them know, that's
if you have to
not
sneak it or lie about it in order to get it, chances are it's inappropriate.
And if he not, never mind. I ain't even gonna go there.
Listen, you mind your P's how you do. Your P's and your V's. Mind them well.
Because if it's not what it's supposed to be, then you don't need to be sleeping with him.
Listen,
or her.
Listen.
Right?
There's a lot of people out there lacking in life in that bedroom department. We stay up out of their business.
Okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
All right. That's
They ain't
fair.
signing no check, and they ain't taking care of my business.
Code number 5. If I feel like you're too drunk to function, we leaving the party early.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably not the best decision, but we have put people in cars to rust it off. Terrible decision, looking back, because things could have happened, but they all survived. We're here now. We're not new people, but we've come up.
I would still put you in a car.
Oh, no, I'm sending you with somebody else. I have taken somebody home. I mean, granted, I was ready to go, but she was, wasted. I was like, okay, y'all go ahead and party. I'll take her back to wherever.
Home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. If the party is popping, I'm not doing that. Code number 6. If you just so happen to go missing, I will give you a maximum 15 to 30 minutes to show up, or I will call the police because I ain't going home without you.
That's like an old rule, not really accurate anymore.
You don't think so?
No, because I have all y'all's locations.
I know where you are.
I know where you are, and I checked them.
I know my friends are like, did you check my location? I'm like, no, I'm just asking, are you okay?
You know.
I don't want to infringe on your business unless you tell me, hey, I'm here. Check my location.
I won't infringe. I ain't infringing.
Don't be infringing on my ish.
I ain't gonna tell you I checked it. I ain't gonna be like, oh my gosh, why are you at this location? I'm just like, oh, okay.
So if you saw me in Virginia, you gonna give me a call?
No.
Okay.
You ain't gonna be able to keep the secret from me for long, so I'll just wait.
That's always the effed up part about like a good friendship, especially me. Like I don't hold water about myself to my friends, and I really should. Maybe, you know what, in 2023 I'm gonna just try to keep like some stuff to me.
Okay, next.
That's it for my girl codes. That's it for my
Okay.
girl codes. Did I give my oh no, I didn't give my broken girl code story. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had a few. Oh Lord, I had a few. That's what I get for clicking around Instagram while I'm on the
That's
show.
what you get, girl.
But I did find some girl codes for. I know the first one was like, don't hate on another woman for nothing. Like
90% of social media at this point.
basically,
Okay.
like don't be a hater. Like that's a good girl code. Like there's nothing. I mean, there's a few things, but majority of the time, you ain't gotta hate on another girl just because she outside getting it, doing her thing.
What do you mean? Do you feel like that's do you feel like that's I lost my train of thought. You know when your friends watch the show that they text you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. I just forgot
Okay,
my
so
train
it
of thought.
says, number 1, no hating on another woman you don't know. There's absolutely no reason for you to hate on a fellow woman you saw across the room. She's not trying to steal your man. She might be, but chances are she ain't. Your friends or jobs, you have to believe me when I say she is literally not even competing with you in any way. You don't have to see her as a threat. She's doing her thing, so you do yours.
Okay. So that's not. So you mean? So that meant women in general,
Yeah.
not like if a girl is out here like super flirtatious. Or
Yeah,
like,
no, just like,
Well, either way,
you know
it's
how
none of
some
your
people
business.
are like, oh, that bitch over there, and it's like, dang, she
Yeah.
just walked in around.
Like all she did was walking around. I remember watching when Gabrielle Union was going through her whole like I'm no longer a mean girl
Face.
phase in the media.
Yeah.
And her life coach AJ was like, "What did that just do? Like you hating on that young lady did what exactly to make you look like a bad person?"
Exactly.
I don't. Now I'm trying to do some self-reflection. I don't think I've been a hater before. Not for girls.
No.
Maybe for men, but not for girls.
And I don't even know if that's hating.
I don't even know if that's hate or just bringing some things
Yeah.
to the forefront.
But I feel like there's a lot of people that feel like they're in competition with
someone
random
who's not
people.
thinking about
And you're
you.
just like, no.
Yeah.
If you think you're in competition with me, boo, you ain't.
Go to the next one.
The next one is your presence is required if a friend gets dumped. Unless you're out of town, on your deathbed. Or let's say you probably won $1 million. So, yeah. Your presence is required.
If a friend gets dumped,
Yeah.
you know, I agree.
Okay. That was the only answer you should have given.
I agree. And I recently saw I could get to I did see this TikTok and like this girl was getting married and she found out her fiance was cheating. And so she called off the wedding and all of her bridesmaids, her mom.
Was it on her wedding day in like Ireland?
It was like the
Okay.
week before the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were all just kind of like filing in one after the other to like just be with her. And I'll say from my breakups, my friends have always showed up tenfold, even when I didn't want them there.
Yeah. I have pulled up at the house at 7 a.m. to be like, are you going to make it
To
to work? Do I need to drive you to D.C.?
I feel like my breakups are so dramatic.
They are.
And
Drama.
it's just like so much emotional drama and just like, but
You think it's
I'm
a soap
also,
opera, a telenovela.
what you say?
A telenovela
It's
in
a
English.
telenovela for like a good hour, but like it never stops me from like if I got somewhere to be,
You gonna get there.
I'll get my shit together.
Yeah.
So it was funny when Jane pulled up and this most recent one. And everyone was calling me, and I was like, I'm just trying to get dressed.
I
opened my door, and I thought, like, I see this random car in my driveway, and I was like, oh my God, is this him? And it was her ass.
I was like, are you okay?
And I was like, yes, bitch, move. Like, I gotta go.
No, because we were calling. Well, I talked to you that morning already.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm just trying to get myself together. And you
I did have a breakdown.
You did have a breakdown.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, either I'm going to the gym or I'm going to her house.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let me run to the grocery store. And I'm sitting there because I have her location. Her location ain't moved from her house. So clearly I need to go. She lives 5 minutes away from me. So it's really not a journey.
Right.
I was like, well, let me go and see if I need to take her to work if she's not able to drive herself to work. We'll figure out how she's going to get home later on. But I can at least get you there. Because I work from home.
It's appreciated. It's
I
always
so.
like I feel like I say this all the time. My friends, like the people I call my friends, because y'all know
You don't do friends.
I don't do friends. They have earned that title. That's why it's such a I just can't give it out to anybody.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the same note as like the wedding thing. I did see a video where this girl, she was left at the altar, or like maybe a couple hours before the wedding, and she was like, "I either call it off or I'm gonna have a party."
Yeah.
And they had the best freaking not getting married party.
But is that a real fun time? Like, let's be
when
honest.
I say that video and them pictures, like, you know how it is when it's like, she also realized, she was just like, clearly he's not the person for me. He's not who I thought he was. This is his loss. And you have all your girls there to be like, he's a dumbass.
Yeah, but and it's also like, do you feel this way? The girls already knew that it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're going to rock out with you.
Our group chat was talking about that today, but I'm going to leave that offline.
Okay, not our group chat, but go ahead.
No, some people, you know, some people know before people want to act.
Hey,
like
that's
this.
true. All right, girl code number 3.
Honesty is the best policy for the how do I look.
Ooh. I agree
To an extent.
but to an extent.
Yeah.
I agree to an extent because you might like how you look.
If you like it, I love it.
You might like how you look. Now, I'll tell you, like, you need a little bit more lipstick.
It's not giving.
Yeah,
It's not giving birthday. It's not giving where we going.
You don't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Suck it in.
Yeah. In the nicest way possible. You gotta give me a little. Give me a little.
I need a little bit more. But I also think honesty is the best policy when it's not hurtful.
Yes.
Like, you're not trying to hurt.
Yeah.
So
You definitely have to be mindful. I think it's one, knowing your friends.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
Like, you might not like it for you, but if you know this is something she likes,
Yeah.
then
it is what it is.
Yeah.
KB has a question on the mic.
Oh no!
What's up, sir?
I got a question because so you said honesty is the best policy only if it don't hurt her.
No, that's not.
That's not what I said.
That's not what.
Okay, I'm about to say. Cause sometimes you're going to have to hurt some feelings to get the outfit change.
It's a matter of how you say it.
Intent.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way you say it makes a big difference. Like, some people will be like, "Nah, you look fat in that." Okay, we could say it might fit a little too tight, or I think you should put on something else. You look uncomfortable. I don't know if that's the fit for where we're going. Or if you know your friend really well, go in that closet and be like, "What about this fit?"
Yeah. And I feel like we've told this story before. We wanted our friend to go to this party.
Yep.
And we knew she was going to say, I can't find anything. I don't like how this fits. Da, da, da,
Yep.
da. So we found an outfit. And it's like, you have to know your friend to be like, also know like what she's going through. If she wants like an extra spicy outfit, like I went through a phase
y'all
like,
are really
should
good
I have?
friends. I just want y'all to know that.
Why do you say that?
Y'all
This
are
is
really,
rare.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Disneyland.
It's a whole group of y'all. It's a whole group of y'all that really look out for each other's mental well-being.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
That's very rare. Most women can't even stay friends.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone have a group of people. You know what I mean? That kind of really come together and look out for each other. I love that. I love that for y'all. I wish I had friends like that. You feel me? All my good people in their own corners.
I think friendship is probably I always send this to my girls, like my friends are my soulmates. It's like a Sex in the City quote, "My friends are my soulmates, and let the men be these nice added things to our lives." But friendship is like one of the biggest, longest relationships you'll have, especially when you have a good friend.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
you
like that.
value that friend, and you build that trust. I think it takes a minute for trust to grow, but once you have it, you're not gonna do nothing to break it.
Yeah.
And like, we have a friend who is brutally honest, but let me tell you
She
something.
means well.
She is the best person that's gonna take them pictures. Like, that's not the angle you want, baby.
No,
And
I'm gonna
also,
suck it in.
yeah, she's gonna give you a suck in. She's gonna give you a, you need to talk to that guy, or you don't need to talk to that guy, or do your thing. Or, and also, like, our friends, like, you're not. I had a few friends over this weekend, and it's like, you're not living up to your fullest potential, and like, something's holding you back. You need to figure that out.
I love that.
So it's not always, when you've had friends. My longest friend is 20, almost 30 years now. And these girls are over 10, and I'm like, Lord, how do we deal with each other? But we do.
It's questionable.
Yeah.
It's questionable.
It's love.
It gets dicey.
And it's honesty.
It's chosen family.
It is chosen family.
And I was talking to my mom about this today, how like we treat each other's siblings like our siblings, where it's like if D has something going on, I was like, oh yeah, D came to Veronica's house the other day, and we were talking, and I was like egging him on, and DJ was like, don't tell him that, and I was like, you can do it. You can do it. You got it.
And they've known D since he was 12, and it's Taylor's known D since he was 3, but this little brother who's now telling us about his extracurricular activities, and it's like,
you're like,
everybody stop.
But
she's
also,
like, get it, yes,
get it, yes.
Pick up the phone. I'm like, please stop. But it's also like, when going through a breakup, my brother called her to see if she was still in my house.
Yeah,
and
was concerned about the show. Like, I don't know if y'all should record. I don't know what she's gonna say. Like, speak up for herself. And I'm like, all right, I got it. Like, we'll figure it out.
That's love, though.
Yeah. And like, her sister was our first like marketing person.
She did our logo.
Yeah.
What?
And it's like, when we say chosen family, it's like everybody's a family.
Yeah.
So,
and people that like, when people bring people into the circle, you get treated that same way.
You get the same girl code. Yeah. Like, I think we do a good job living under that girl code. Now there are some codes we just ain't gonna live under.
Yeah. But some things a little dicey.
All right, go ahead, Jay.
Let me see.
Next.
If a girl looks intoxicated and it looks like she needs a friend, be her friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time.
And we have done it before, and I will continue to do it.
Yeah. Every time.
There was a time that me and Ty were leaving like a party, and this is on campus, like 2012, 2013, because we were in the apartments, and we were driving past Towson, and we saw this girl walking in a skimpy outfit by herself. It's at least 2 a.m, and she is like blocks away from Towson. And we pull up and we're like, hey, do you need a ride? And she was like, and we're like, we go to Towson, we're passing the school, we'll give you our driver's license, my student ID, like, I just want to make sure that you get back. And it was cold, and we were like, where are your friends? She's like, oh, my friends left me. And we're like, girl, get in the car, let me know where you're staying, and we'll just drop you off, because I would rather be there for you and like inconvenience myself technically in order to make sure that you don't end up on the news
the next morning. Yeah.
And that's straight facts.
Yeah. I feel like we've done that, especially as bartenders, and like being very aware and working in that industry, and like, hey, you just sit here for a minute. Or like, hey, no, she's not taking any more shots, which is, I'm going to be honest, it can be difficult as a bartender or anyone in the service industry, because that's how you make your money. But it's a different level of girl code or humility or humanity, where it's like, nah, she ain't taking that little shot.
Yeah.
Like, you can buy for somebody else.
And I remember working at the bar, and this girl was there, and like these guys were like, oh, we'll take her home. And she was like drunk, right? And she's hanging on to one guy, and we're all of us are behind the bar like, I don't think so.
You're not going.
It's like one girl, 4 guys. She's wasted, and they're like, "Oh, we're calling an Uber. We're gonna take her." We were like, "Do you know her? Like, girl, do you know them? Do you feel comfortable?" It was like the hardest conversation to have as a bartender. We're closing. The police are outside, so we can't have them in the bar drinking anymore. You know, like that rule in Virginia is like, when it's closed, it's closed. Nobody can have alcohol in their hands. Everybody needs to go, and we're sitting there like, she can't tell us where she lives. We don't know who to, like, hot.
But see,
mess.
that goes to like not getting too drunk anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and like knowing that
Yeah.
limit. And don't believe you us. Me. We have tested and surpassed that limit on many occasions. But like you can't do that. That's just not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this goes with the there was another one that says girls shall always help another girl escape unwanted attention from guys. You've seen like the videos where it's like if a girl's walking and she comes up and like pulls her like, or hey friend, thank you for waiting for me. And this is like, okay.
Have you ever done that? Up? I've never done that. I've never had to.
I've never had to. No, I haven't. I've never had to. Actually, I have gone up to somebody to be like, me and the boys have done it before. Okay. When we were at Alero's on U Street, there was like these two girls. They looked like they were maybe Jordan's age. And the boys spotted it first. They were like, maybe you should talk to them and see if they're okay. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. And so we ended up being with them the entire time they were at Alero's. And, like, they're very good at, like, I'll grab her hand and move her to the middle of the group so she's not on the outside. Like, this guy was pressing up on them and got their Instagram, got their, like, if you need something.
Do guys know when they're making someone uncomfortable?
Probably not. I don't think that's, some people do. I feel like some niggas don't.
Let's be honest.
Do they not care?
Some people got this mentality or demeanor where they read social cues but ignore them. So it's like, well, I'm me, and you're gonna you're gonna see what I want you to see. And some people just have that demeanor. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna think what I want you to think type shit. And when you be like, nah, boy, you goofy, then that's when he gets mad and want to start calling you out of your name and all that random shit. Like me, I can have a conversation with you, and even though there are moments that you can come back from, because you're not going to talk to a person, they're not going to agree with everything. And you feel me? But as soon as I get that first, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Right.
It's closing time.
I'm going to go ahead and head out. You feel me? But that's just me, you know.
I always wondered that, like, when you see women that are uncomfortable, if men know, like, you're making her uncomfortable. And now you're making everybody else uncomfortable. And that's, I said,
I don't know that people do, because not everything makes everybody uncomfortable.
Accurate.
And I think that's the hard part for
different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, men, where it's like one girl is fine with you being up all on her. You could buy your drinks, you could do whatever, and she will go home with you at the end of the night. Yeah. Me on the other hand, it's like, me, I'm not. That ain't for me.
I feel like it's all a vibe. I feel like it's a vibe.
Yeah, it depends.
If MBJ is buying Jane multiple drinks and all up on her, she's going home.
Ain't even gotta do all that.
Going
be like, you want me? You want me?
But that's like our conversation we had. Was like, if I'm attracted to you, I'm not gonna go here. If I'm attracted to you versus if I'm not attracted to you.
Yeah. It was just it was very awkward. Like, we were on a dance floor trying to get away. It was at least an hour or 2 hours.
And at what point do you say she doesn't want? Because I
and the boys did do that.
I do remember having to do this. Like, she doesn't want to be around you. Please leave her alone. I have done that before.
Yeah, and the boys did that eventually. Like, because they are very overprotective. Yeah. In a positive way, majority of the time. Sometimes, like, please leave me alone.
That's just because they don't want you dating. But they do want you dating.
But it's
like an older brother
situation. But at one point, I remember them being like, "Bro, she's good. Like, she's with us, and that's the end of the story. You can leave."
Yeah, right. I think that's happened to me.
Yeah. Do we have time for one more, KB? Okay.
One more.
We already talked about find out your girls' dating groups. Yeah, no, that's it. You have any?
I had one that I saw where it was like I don't know if I want that to be a girl code.
Jeez.
I think that's
just go ahead.
Your man's friends are not your friends. Or she said, like, your friend's boyfriend is not your friend, and if she breaks up with him, then you break up with him as well.
Wait, what, huh?
So, if you're dating someone, and I'm her friend, and y'all break up, but y'all dated for, like, years, and we all got cool, if y'all break up because I'm her friend, I'm not cool with you anymore. Like, I keep my distance.
I hate that, but I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it because one of the best people I've ever met was through a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, come on, what's up, sis? Like wingman type shit, and even for a period of time, you know what I'm saying, it got weird because she was gay, of course, but yeah, she was gay, but we used to go out and like meet people together type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like we was together, but it was like that was like my gang. You feel me? So it got, but then once so-and-so found out that we were still cool and we were still friends, it got a little dicey. And it's like I had to choose, and I was like, you know, I don't want to make you choose between your friends and shit. That's like your blood, sis. You know what I'm saying? And that's different where I'm just me. But we've been cooling for like 3 years, vibing. You know, we all went out. We always vibe because that was when I was in my polyamorous type of lifestyle. So me, her friend, we used to go pick up girls with her there. It was a fun time. That
sounds like a whole lot.
It sounds like a wild time.
So like a whole lot.
A whole lot.
A whole lot. It was good times. But I want to put y'all chat back up because Vanna is going off.
Uh-oh. Hey, Vanna girl.
Vanna girl.
We're going to call this Vanna chat.
Okay, some people are not girls in the show. Some girls are some straight haters. We love to look out for one another. A lot of men don't, TBH. Don't know if they're making you uncomfortable. Okay.
Yeah. And
then she said, I flat out said that I'm uncomfortable, and men don't always have a positive reaction to that.
That's accurate. And that comes up a lot on like social media where it's kind of like, I hate people saying, oh, you should just be honest and tell them you're not interested instead of giving a fake number, or instead of saying somebody's your boyfriend, or like just accepting the number and never talking to him again. When there's so many stories of people like losing their shit or losing their lives because they were honest and said, no, thank you, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Right.
So you mind the business that pays you and let women keep doing their thing.
The best,
period.
In all of my, like, I'm not interested, me saying, like, I have a boyfriend is the only thing that got it to stop, which is a sucky part.
And it hasn't worked for me.
That you got a boyfriend?
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's worked for me.
Yeah, I've even pulled, I'm into women. I could change that.
No, I've never pulled that.
Probably not.
I've never pulled that.
I'm like, shit, me too.
Actually, no. Yeah, because if you say, oh, I got a man, well, where's your man? You like, oh, you can't have friends? That's always the comeback. And it's like, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, nah, he wouldn't be all right with that. And then it'd be like, would you be okay if I had friends?
I'm grown now. That'll turn me off. As soon as you say you got a man, I'm like, you know what? I respect that.
That's
love
what I'm
you.
saying.
Have a good night.
That's what you would hope for.
You have a good night.
And some people don't care. And that's okay, too.
I still actually randomly, at least like 60% of the time, actually end up still talking to that same girl that said she had a boyfriend.
And that's why a lot of men don't believe in relationships.
And don't
and still trust and still push the button.
In their defense, no, I didn't.
Disney World. That's why I got to leave Disney World.
I'm not fucking with y'all.
I just need to deal with the men who want to talk to multiple women.
All right, we're done.
All right.
This show has been a wild ride. She always leaves us with a little something extra at the end. Whether we believe her words or not.
Listen, I'm trying.
It's just
a winter wonderland.
All right, y'all. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat well. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Be safe.
I hope all your plates are low vibrational.
And we have a lot of drinks for the Thanksgiving fall holiday. So if you want to try one out, they are perfect.
Yep, and make sure you keep an eye on our YouTube channel at A Sip and a Shot, because we have some fun, cool videos coming up for the holiday season, and they're going to start rolling out whenever VJ gives the description for them this week.
Oh, I was supposed to give it. Today was busy at work. Okay.
I believe it. It's fine.
You'll get it out tomorrow. I'll send it to you tonight. All right, y'all. It's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is
A Sip and
a
Shot.
Bye.